Hello everyone. Can you hear me? 这两个观众。Okay. Okay, let's begin. This is Jim, technical engineer, and today our topic is 6V Interpolation Motion Control. And this is today's contents. I will introduce this function through these three parts. First part, I will introduce the management function block of axis group. And second, I will introduce some motion function block. And then last, I will use a demo program to display how it works. First part, axis group management function block. First of all, if we want to use axis group function, we need to make sure that our PLC firmware is V2.023 or above. You could check this in device information. And the second, we need to use the software, which is V2.3247 or above. And the newest software version is this one, which is I used. And you could download the software from this link. I will send it to 图片显示 Okay. Here I have sent this download link to this chat group. And after this, first I will list this three-axis group function block used to configure the axis of axis group. We could use this function block to add axis to group and remove axis from group. And also we could delete the axis group. From software, here in project management, we could see axis group setting here. We could right-click to add axis group, this one, and double-click to check this. For now, 6V support this Ganary model, which have x, y, 0, 3 axes. And at least we need to bind 2 axes to this model. And here, in motion control axis, we can also right-click to add axes. For example, here I add axes 3, 4, and 5. Then here we could see here we can select this axis to this axis group. Now return to here. So we could see for the input parameter, here we have axis group and the axis. This is the ID. We could check the ID here, 0, 1, 2, and 0, 1. And this ident in group, the range of this parameter is from 0 to 0, 2, 2. 0, 1, 2, 3 axes, because for this model, we have 3 axes to configure it. So for example, if I set here this add group, if I set this one as 1, and this as also as 1, and this as 2, It means I will add axis 2 to axis group 1 and bind this to y-axis in this model. Y-axis, this one. And for other is 10. We could see ident in group axis group ID. Okay. And after configure the axis, we need to enable the axis group. And before enable the axis group, we need to enable axis first, or disable the axis first if we want to disable this axis group. Okay, and here I also have some other function block. This function block is used to read the motion parameters of axis group. For example, position, velocity, and acceleration. And also we could read status and error of axis group. If axis group have error, we could check the error with this function block. And also we could read the status of axis group. Here have many output parameters of this function block. Okay. So next, I will introduce axis group motion function block. This function block is used to do the motion control. First, these two, linear interpolation. For linear interpolation, we have absolute mode and relative mode. And here we'll look at this input parameters. We have target position and running velocity, and the running acceleration, deceleration, and drag. For this code system, we just use default value because for now we only support XYZ 3-axis model. And I will show how this linear interpolation works later with the program. And here, for the speed, for the velocity calculation, this velocity we input in function block is the 3-axis combined speed. How to say with this example? For example, if we want to move from 0, 0, 0 to 5, 0, 5, start and end, and we set the velocity as 10, then the speed of 3-axis, for x-axis, the speed is this one, 7.071, and the speed in y direction is 0, and then the speed in z-axis, z direction is also this one. This is how to define the velocity with this interpolation, linear interpolation. Okay. And next is circular interpolation. We could see the input parameters is similar with the linear interpolation. But here we have we have two parameters different. This cycle mode and this page choose. How to understand these two parameters? First, for the speed, first I will introduce the speed of this circular interpolation. The velocity of this circular interpolation is the linear speed of the cycle. Okay, I think this is easy to understand. And the next, for the For the circular interpolation mode, we have this table to introduce how this interpolation mode works. First one is this circle mode 0, 1, 2. We have three selection. For 0, it means this AUX axis point is the point on the cycle. So we have start point and this axis point and end points. With these 3 points, we can get a cycle. Sorry, we can get a circular. Yeah. And for this mode, we don't have path choose setting because the direction will be a certain one. If we have 3 axes, if we have 3 points, and need to check this one. Need to ensure that the angle of the circular should be less than 2 pi for one instruction. Otherwise, the function block will report an error. And for second mode, we call it is circle center mode. This means the axis point is the center of the cycle. So we have a start point, end point, and a cycle. Then we will get a circular. But for this mode, we will have two possible circular. First one is this one, and the second one is this one. So in this mode, we have a path choose. This parameter is used to choose the running direction of the circular. CCW means set 0 means CCW, and set 1 means CW mode. And also for this mode, we need to ensure the angle of the circular should be less than 2 pi and not equal to 2 pi for one instruction. Okay. And then the last mode, we call it diameter mode. We need to set cycle mode as 2. In this mode, the axis point is the vector perpendicular on the cycle. So we need to calculate these points to define the interface, the angle of the interface. And also for these modes, we have two parameters of this path choose. One means like CCW, and 0 means CW mode. And usually we use mode 1 and mode 2. These two modes. And besides those function block, here we have some other axis group function block. We call it direct move, direct absolute, and direct relative. These two function block is similar to linear interpolation, but the difference is we could see for these two function block. For these two function block, we don't have velocity input because these two function block will use the mixed the max speed we set in axis configuration. They will use this speed to run and to get the set position. And also we have a function block we call group stop to stop the axis in the axis group. When execute this function block, all the axes will slow down to 0. Okay. Now let's check the program. Here I bind this axis 0 to y-axis and axis 1 to y-axis, axis 2 to z-axis. And for this 3 motion axis, I set it as a vector remote. So here I didn't connect servo. Download the program. Okay. Here first we enable these 3 axes with this function block. And next let's enable this group axis, this axis group 0. And we could see here we return the position of this axis and store the position value in this parameter. And also we return the velocity and keep the velocity in this parameter. I have already added this to monitoring variable. This one is the read position. This variable is an area variable. So we could see here we have 0, 8. Here we have 9 parameter. And for first one, position 0, this is the position of axis, x-axis. And the position 1 is the y-axis. Position 2 is z-axis. And also the speed at least to this window. And here we could see velocity 0 is the speed of axis x, and velocity 1 is the y-axis speed. Velocity 2 is z-axis speed. Okay, first let's check this move linear absolute at this target position to variable window. And here we could set the target position as x0, x-axis as 200, y-axis as 50, and the z-axis as 100. Select all and right line. So this is our target position in absolute mode. And The speed here we set as, for example, as 20. And now I will introduce. Now I will execute this function block. Let's check how the position changed. We could see x, y, z, these three axes. Finally, stop and the target position. And also let's look at this relative mode. We add this target position to the window and set the target position as 50, 50, 50. So after running this function block, the target position, the finally position should be 250, 100, and 150. Let's check. Okay, it's done. So this is how this linear interpolation works. And also let's check this move direct relative. Set the target position. So after this function block running, the position should be stop and 150, 0, and 50. And the axis will run with the max speed we set in here. Here in motion control axis setting, and this speed setting, max speed 50. Okay, finish it. And last, let's check these two circular interpolation. And our target, let's run to 0 first. Use this absolute move. And set the target position as 0, 0, 0. Function block. Okay, so now our three axes are stop and 0, 0, 0. And now, first, let's check 0 circle mode. Okay. For now, our start position is this one. And let's set the end position. End position as 100, 100. So this is our target position. This is our start position. The set this axis position. Speed we set as 25. Okay, so for now, our three axes are stop and entry position, 100, 100, and 100. And also, if we set this circle mode as 1, the first let's go to 0. For this time, we could let's set the end position as this 100, 0, 100. End position 100, 0. Set the center position as 0, 0, 100. Like this picture. We set the center position of this one. Function block. We could see only X and the Z0 are moving, and the Y0 are stopped. And finally, it is stop and 100, 0, 100. This point. Okay. And for relative mode is similar. Just the difference. The only difference is the end position, and then this exit position is in relative mode, not absolute point. This is the only difference. Okay. Okay, so do you have any questions about uh, interpolation function of 6V? And if you have 6V on your site, you could download our new software to test it. If your firmware is too low, you could contact us to remote to update it. Our technical will remote to help you to update your 6V firmware. No questions. Our today's meeting will finish it. And you could contact our technical for PLC problem you meet. We will help you to solve it. Our meeting will finish it 2 minutes later.